What is up, Pokemoshpitbeta? Today I have a standard OU match versus somebody by the name of XY. My team is on the top, his team is on the bottom. As you can see, my team is a pretty standard rain team. Yeah, and his team, I guess he's trying to create a balanced OU team, sort of. How he kind of covers the complete fire weaknesses by the fact that he runs a Heatran, and I think he's just running the Dojo to kind of test it out in OU. So yeah, looking at leads for him, I'm thinking he's going to want to lead off with Shaman because he's probably going to be expecting my Poly to lead. I don't see why he would lead with anything else. So I'm just going to lead off with Tornadus to counter that. It's not immediately going to scare him, like, I don't know, scare him, but he's probably going to want to switch after that. So let's get into the battle. So as I predicted, he will lead off with Shaman. I will lead out with my Tornadus. Now I'm going to switch back into Polyswag, predicting either the Heatran switch or the Melosign switch, just to take my Hurricane or possibly try and counter me. Now I'm going to switch back into Flower Power, not wanting to take the Seed Flare or anything else he might want to throw at me that could be harmful. Now I'm just going to switch back out again, going into Swampert, predicting the Heatran switch once again, which I mess up. But he goes into Skyrim, which still can't really hurt me. So I'm just going to go for the Waterfall, and I was pretty much thinking 2-hit KO because, you know, Swampert's pretty powerful, and I had battled this guy before, and I had seen that it was especially defensive Skyrim. So 2 hits would have taken it out, but he goes for the Protect here. And I'm thinking he wants to keep this alive because he's going to switch out and go into his Lucario. I don't see any other reason for doing that except for maybe thinking his Skarmory was going to be imported. But if I were him, I would have switched back into Shaman at that point. So I'm just going to go back into Flower Power, who does wall Shaman. Well, he's super effective hit empowers me, so I'm thinking that's HP Fire or HP Ice. Judging by the amount I did, it is probably HP Fire because I'm an especially defensive monster, and it was in the rain, so it only did 12%. So he's going to go for the Protect again, and I am just mispredicting these switches all over the place. I'm just going to let him Seed Flare me because I really have nothing else to do with him. I go for the Toxic, but for some reason Toxic is not showing up on the battle simulator, so shit. It didn't happen last time either, so I don't know. So this time I'm going to go back into Tornadus because I know that he's not going to stay in, and I can just fire off a free Hurricane at whatever comes in and pretty much take it out, except for maybe Mamoswine or Heatran. So yeah, now I'm going to go into my Semtex, knowing I can pretty much wall this Mamoswine and just gyro ball it for whatever happens. Now he's going to make a smart play, and he didn't really look too smart foddering off his Dugtrio like this. But if you think about it, it's smart because his Mamoswine is going to be a big counter to my team if he does want to try and defeat me, because he is going to need it. It does carry super effective moves and moves that will hit hard on just about all of my Pokemon. So now he's going to go into Heatran, which probably didn't have to fodder off his Dugtrio. We could have just gone into Heatran before. But I'm going to back out into my Swampert, predicting either the Earth Power or the Fire Blast, knowing he wouldn't take the ballsy play and go for the HP Grass. And I am not going to risk predicting here and just go for the Waterfall in case he stayed in and predicted me to do that. Go for the Ice Punch and HP Grass me, which would have really sucked. So I'm going to go into Flower Power just because Flower Power completely walls his set to my knowledge. Yeah, so he's going to go for the Protect again. In hindsight, I could have saw that coming and set up Toxic Spikes, and, you know, I've been predicting the Heatran switch all game, so I don't know why I went for the Sludge Bomb. Toxic Spikes would have been more beneficial, but now I know he has to go into Heatran this turn, so I finally predict this right and go back into my Swampert. And now, once again, I know he's going to go into his Shaman, so I take this turn to Ice Punch, take him down to 21%. Looking at that, he probably has HP EVs because that didn't do as much as I was hoping, didn't knock it out. I'm going to go into Haxorus, who just gets pretty much protected on, even though he wasn't going to do anything. And he's going to call him back out while I Dragon Dance up, knowing he can't stay in unless he Leech Seeds. But even then, I'm going to be able to knock him out. So I'm just going to go for the Brick Break, take his Heatran down to 8% here. As he roars me out, I don't know, I guess I could have seen that coming. Didn't really make a difference to me. So now Flower Power is going to come back in, and I'm like, okay, you're kind of useless now, so I don't really care about you. I'll just Giga Drain, see how much it does, and if not, I can take him out the next turn. So I end up taking him out. Now, I don't want to do anything stupid and like switch into Tornadus here or something in case he does go for the Ice Shard or Icicle Spear or whatever. So I'm going to wait to see what he locked himself into. And now I genuinely thought a Swampert could take an Earthquake from a Scarfed Mamoswine, but as you can see, he cannot. So I'm going to go back into my Tornadus, and I'm just going to Hurricane whatever comes in, because I don't care. It's always going to hit in the rain. It's pretty much a win-win scenario with that Hurricane. Yeah, so I was going to go back into that guy, and I had to follow something out because I didn't need extra damage on my Semtex. And in comes my Haxorus, and he has Crash. It didn't matter if I stayed in or switched out. It was pretty much all up to Semtex from here, my Fortress. And I'm like, okay, 2 Gyro Balls will definitely take this thing out, especially if he's Scarfed. He's only doing 14%, which is good, but I flinch, and that honestly made me pee my pants a little. But, yeah, so I was like, okay, he better not hacks me out of this somehow. So I'm down to 16% now, and I just go for the Gyro Ball. Luckily enough, Leftovers is bringing me up to the amount where I'm going to be able to live a few more, and he's going to take me down to 8% this time, and I would not be able to live another, but luckily for me, he does not flinch, and Gyro Ball will kill him. So good game, XY. I do not think he has a YouTube channel because he told me he didn't. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to, come check out my YouTube channel. I do battles, Call of Duty, Let's Plays, a bunch of fun stuff. So, if you want to go check that out, please do. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys later.